Hi everyone, it's the 11th of August. The picture hasn't changed since last Friday. The green resistance is one step closer, but are we going to be able to break it, or are we going to break the blue bottom band and sink? That is a really big question. So we'll find out, well, probably this week we'll find out which one prevails. Okay, is it the blue support that prevails or the green resistance? So as you can see, it's quite stuck in a really tight range now. And normally, yes, this could be bearish. Yeah, I mean, many people, including myself, I said this is probably going to cause a reversal, but it could easily break this green resistance and start to, I mean, keep on running. So we will have to wait for the price action. This green short-term bounce, is it going to be broken? And if it does, we'll come down to the blue bottom band, probably, without breaking this green major resistance on SPX cash. Dow Jones is looking okay inside the golden uptrend. That purple resistance has been broken and back tested. And as long as this golden uptrend stays intact, there is still a chance to get to the blue major resistance rail and smash it to the upside to get to that green major. I mean, that is way higher, but at least to that golden top band at 47,500. Similarly, on the Dow Jones cash, we are still above this blue support. It's the red support, that green support that held last week at the dip on the last week. The purple resistance has been broken and back tested twice. Is it going to stay inside the little golden uptrend, which is looking good? As you can see, first, second, and third, this is a very short-term bounce, short-term trend. Is it going to get to at least to the highs of last week? And then if the green channel is our guidance, we should get all the way to that 45,000, that green top band. But of course, if bears take control, if there's some serious selling starting this week, Dow Jones would break the red bottom band, blue support, and then keep on selling. So just watch out for very carefully for the price action. The purple resistance, this is NASDAQ futures. That purple line is the obvious target, which may turn also into a very major resistance. So we got to be very careful if and when it gets to that 24,000 mark, and then it may reverse and sell off big time to break the red uptrend. That is perfect. That's a perfect spin-off uptrend. Okay, it has formed over the last, like, since May. This is proper. And we'll see if that purple line gets tested, or it may get completely ignored and we get to that red top band. NASDAQ cash is exactly the same. The red uptrend is still on from the lows and highs of May. Is it going to get to that red and purple double resistance? It could get there slowly while grinding up. So it rallies, makes a new all-time high. Well, it got very close to a new all-time high already. So it may get to that like 24, maybe pull back a little bit, right? And then climb. It's like a ladder, staircase action all the way to just under 24,500, which would be the red plus purple major double resistance. So if we get there, we got to be very careful. Russell, blue resistance, broken. It came back below it. It is still trying to stay. I'm going to remove the blue because that is not very precise anymore. The black internal support is holding, which means there is still a chance to get to that golden resistance zone and even smash it to get to that 23.25. But if it comes down and breaks the green and black double support, then there will be a big sell-off. FTSE is still managing to stay above the blue support. That is very, very nice, but we have to see a really big burst. So above these highs, as you can see, try to break this 9,000 180 or so. If we can break it, then we get to 9,600. DAX had broken the red, but the green resistance rail hasn't been cleared. The golden broken resistance probably is going to hold as support. The red breakout is not as clear, is not very clean. The breakout has happened, but the backtest is a little bit dodgy, a little bit sloppy, but I think there is still a chance to get to the green and get all the way to the golden top band, which is a new all-time high. And ultimately, this giant green uptrend from the lows of 2022, the top band is 26,000, some maybe just below 26,000. TLT still has to break that green resistance. We're not there yet. And 30-year Treasury bond has to break 118. Oil is coming down after the green top band reversal, right? This is what I mentioned last week. If it reverses, it comes down and breaks the green bear flag, and it is making new lows. This is no surprise whatsoever. And ultimately, there is still a chance to basically fill this gap, which is at just under $61 on the US oil. And Brent oil gave the bearish signal earlier than the US oil by breaking the golden, right? That golden small bear flag and the green support. That green support rail had 3 touches already, and it broke down. The golden bear flag was broken down as well. It is making already new lows below the low of the bear flag, right, where the bear flag has started. So this mission is complete, but I think there is going to be a little bit more downside to fill that gap, and maybe even backtest this purple broken bull flag, right? It is not ideal. Normally bull flags backtests happen right here. So if it breaks, backtest and then rallies. After such a long time, a backtest can happen, but it's not the best scenario, like the most technical scenario, really. Gold has reversed. Okay, this purple resistance rail hasn't been tested really, and the bear flag. This was the bear flag, so I'm going to remove this bottom one. Yeah, this is the bear flag. Was backtested 4, 5, 6 times. Now it has reversed. It's coming down. I think there is still a chance that you raise the gains of NFP number release and then come all the way to the green bottom band. Okay, that is still a possibility at 32.50. If the green bottom band holds, we will see the next big push. Okay, and gold continues futures has faked the purple resistance break, and the reason is very clear. It's not very clear, but I think the breakout 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see the breakout happened last week, but this was caused by the contract rollover, and it came down back below it. So the purple resistance break is no more. We have to remove it because the backtest didn't hold as support, which is why it is also again a little bit like cautiously bearish now for the short term, because it didn't get to a new all-time high. It got very close to that level, but it didn't really. So are we going to see a touch on the green? So I'm going to remove the golden because it's a little bit sloppy charting there. Okay, so I'm going to put this in blue, right? Do we have a little bit more downside all the way to the blue plus green double support, which is going to be 3,300 on the futures data? Okay, silver this is silver spot chart. Okay, the blue internal resistance was broken, right? It was broken and back tested right here. 3 back tests and it held, but failed to follow through. And actually it's coming down now. Is it going to erase all these gains of the NFP numbers? Very, very possible, I must admit, quite possible. And it may come down all the way to the purple. So maybe it will come down to the purple and green one more time, and that will be the major rally start. Okay, I think that green support together with the purple, the red one we can remove. That job is done. Okay, so if it gets to the purple and green, Of course, it would break the blue support, but there is still a chance to come down all the way to the lows of to last week or 2 weeks ago, and then a big spike to get to 40. So that is quite possible, in my opinion. And if it comes down to this level, which is at around $36, that is another level. That would be another level to buy into silver, to add, to buy. And I'm still holding my silver long. I'm not going to get out of it because also the reason is obviously clear. This green major broken resistance is holding as support, which is why it is still looking very bullish. If it loads, I'm going to show it to you. Yes, that green major resistance is holding as support right here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, broken, back tested in June, right? We rallied, and I don't think that green support is going to be broken. No, I don't think it's going to be broken, period. So platinum, this is small chart 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on that purple resistance. The blue one was broken and back tested. So if it can clear the purple resistance, we get to 1400 very quickly. That would be the next level, the next leg to start. And I think, and I can also see maybe a small bull flag formation here. Maybe not, or maybe it will be forming that bull flag. So let me sort it out a bit more. Yeah, if it comes down to the red bottom band, then bounces off it, which is around 1293, 1294, and then bounces off there, breaks the purple, breaks the red, then that would be awesome, of course. Then we can go back to 1400. And platinum continuous futures is trying to bounce off that golden major support. It has held so far, but we still need to see the break of that red top band. Okay, that red top band was at 1500. It touched it there and reversed. That is a major resistance, and we need to break it as soon as possible. Natural gas had broken down that golden bottom band, which is why it is still making new lows, and I think it is targeting all the way to 2600. And similarly on the September contract, as you can see, there is still more downside. The red plus blue double support would be around 2600, just under 2700 really. Let's have a look at copper. It had broken the red triangle short term, okay, and we still have on the daily chart, right, the blue uptrend is still on, and the green potential uptrend is forming. So I think there is a good chance that the recovery is starting now of that spike, because the triangle is broken out, which is what I showed to futures members last Friday. And on the September contract is the same, but the thing is, so there is a big thing here. So if this red bear flag forms, okay, so first we need to get to the red top band. If it comes down and breaks it down, yes, bearish. But if it gets there, pulls back a little bit, and then breaks it, then you can buy copper with more confidence. Palladium is highly disappointing, I must admit, because the purple channels breakout was superb. The backtest, because of the golden uptrends breakdown, it came down pretty much all the way to that purple support, but it is kind of damaged. So that's why it's disappointing to me. I'm still holding the half 1200 long. We closed at 1340 the first half. This is why it is still in the positive territory overall. But I would like at least to see the bounce of this green support. That green support together with the blue, we need to see a rally starting right at that level. Okay, that green support rail from the lows of April, that should hold. Now, let's have a look at Euro. And it's off the green bull flag. It is bounced. Now, is it going to get to the golden and then come down? Hard to say. But of course, the break of that blue uptrend was bearish, and its backtest held, came down. So we'll find out if the golden top band holds. We may come down all the way to that golden bottom band. So there's some little construction happening at the neighbor. So let's have a look on the pound sterling. Right, this one is trying to is hitting this blue resistance. That golden resistance held, but then broken. So this is looking a little bit more bullish than than euro. But is this blue resistance going to be broken and we get to 140? I still believe pound sterling eventually is going to get to 140 and even higher, 145. But we first have to make a really big dip. Maybe the green bottom band is still going to be tested. I'm not sure because the golden resistance is broken already. UJ, US dollar, Japanese yen, still looking good. That red resistance is broken. I think the green uptrend is still on, and ultimately we get to 152.50 and then a big reversal right from there, and that should be shorted. The XY still inside, so the blue resistance was broken. It got to the green top band, reversed exactly there thanks to NFP numbers. It's come down so far. But is it going to come all the way to that 95 level or 95.30 level? That's the big question. Aussie, still not really very impressive, is it? It has no action to get to the black and green double resistance and smash it. We have no real push, but it's still inside the black, so there's still a little bit of hope. Kiwi has been breaching that purple bottom band too much, and it bounced off the green, so it really has to get to the green top band and break it if it wants to rally. So the other option is it comes down to the blue plus green and then rally. US dollar CAD is still looking bearish to me because of the red broken supports backtest and the green, and ultimately, if this blue support breaks, which already has 3 touches, then UCAD is going to keep on coming down. Coffee made a really nice move last week. This makes me quite joyful. The purple top band didn't hold as resistance. We can remove that. I can't complain. The green little bull flag was broken. The black downtrend was broken and backtested. These are deep backtests, but it still managed to bounce. Now, what we need to see is the break of that red top band. Maybe we get to the red top band and pull back a little bit and then break out. And coffee September contract is backtesting this red broken support. You can see that's resistance. 1, 2, 3, quite a few touches there. Two touches there, a few there and here. So we need to see the break of it, which is 312, and that would be awesome. I think that would actually take us to 325 very fast. Wheat is still inside this red downtrend. On the September contract, it bounced off the blue. Obviously, if this purple resistance holds, then we come down to the blue and even break that declining support. Soybeans bounced off that 964, 63, 64. This is exactly what I said in the last week's videos. Okay, that's point shooting. That's sharp shooting. And now, if the green top band holds, we will come down and break that golden bottom band. But of course, if it breaks the green top band, which is quite possible, then it may even get to the red and even smash that to the upside. We'll see. On the September contract, it's exactly the same. I told you, if you look at Friday's video, I said this is a small gap, and this gap fill will hold, and we rally to the blue top band. That is exactly what happened. The red bottom band didn't get revisited, and it touched almost it touched 995. Now, the big question is whether it can break the blue top band. I think there is a chance to come back down inside the blue and then rally to breakout. That is still very, very possible because this one is a giant sideways channel and it may not break down. Corn is looking still very bearish, and I think it will eventually come down to 360 and we can buy it. And the corn September, the golden resistance held, and the blue broken supports back test is also resistance. So the question is whether it will break the golden and get to green. Well, we'll see, honestly. It should sell off normally, come all the way to 360, and then a big rally. Now, cocoa continues had broken the blue top band, that is bullish. And on the September contract, we broke out of the golden, and the green, the golden was a little bit sloppy, but it still managed to break out. And I believe it's going to start climbing all the way to 10,000 from here. Sugar is inside the golden downtrend, but it is breaking out, I think. Looks like a breakout now. More and more. Let's make it a bit more precise. Okay. So this one, these, right, and this is looking good. So to make it more precise, it would be looking like this, okay? And that golden top band seems to be breaking. And on the October contract is exactly the same. That blue top band, it may be breaking. It may be breaking. It left a gap though. So even if it breaks, it comes down for a back test, fill that gap, okay, at 1627 or something. And then maybe it will start a really big rally. But minimum target would be 1750. And we have cotton. Right, if it loads it. And cotton is inside the red and the green. So maybe we'll touch the red bottom band and then rally to break both of them together. All right, let's have a look now at Bitcoin. Look at this, that purple support held, the golden bottom band. This is what I said. We're going to see a back test at 113, 114. It was really 113, and we broke out of the golden bull flag now. This is spectacular, like proper technical trading, and now it is going to keep on running. Ethereum making new highs, multi-year. Not multi-decade, but multi-year highs. It is now above the 2024 highs. I gave this one at 1900 first, then 3100 when it broke back into the blue and back out of the black. So that was, if you remember, 3100, and we are now at 4400 to 300. Sorry, and is it going to get? So the question now is, it is now coming towards that all-time high, right? Then is it going to get to the green and golden and pull back from there? That is a big question. The green top band is going to be extremely critical. Solana, as you can see, it bounced off the golden support. We need to see at least a run to that purple top band. Monero has back tested the black broken resistance, which is what I've been saying for months, really, that after the spike, it may come down to back test the black broken resistance at 250. It came down to 250 exactly, and but it may test 240 or something, and before it runs again. AVAX has to get to purple at least. There is no big push just yet, and XRP has to break the green resistance. And you can see here, Aave is off the blue support. This is looking quite nice. Zcash has to break 57 or $60. ACH has to get to the purple and then red, but there's a little bit of action by ACH, but it really has to get to the purple and smash it. Doji is getting closer to that green top band. It is going to give the best signal for all altcoins. it may break out. We should target 130. We should target 120, 130, which is that golden top band. That is how I see it from the charts. I think that it would be the next target. Cardano has to break the golden resistance, which is not impossible. FTM has to break what? First 40 and then 50, 55. FET, okay, not really getting closer to that purple top band. Jasmy, right, Jasmy has to start running to that golden resistance. We're not there yet either. Algo is breaking out of the blue bull flag now, which is kind of not really confirmed with the double touch on the top band, but it's still looking, Algo is a long-term bull because of the golden bull flag's breakout. I think it will get to a new high. Audio has to clear the green top band. Arrow looks amazing. Wow, look at Arrow. Oh, wow. That is, I said minimum as the 140. It's already at what? Got to almost to 128. Now it is getting to red. Like, this is really, really strong. I think you may remember the blue bottom bands, blue downtrends breakout, which was at 42 cents. Okay, it tripled, especially golden bull flags breakout as well. Yeah, if you are trading this, you are in a good place. Chainlink has broken the blue resistance. That is really, really good. And the green top band is at 32. Over the weekend, there were some good moves, really. I wasn't really checking over the weekend. The blue downtrend, this blue bull flag broken by Mana. This is also looking very positive. Binance looking really good because it's off the blue, imperfect, broken top band, right? And Chili's has to get to the blue top band first and then smash it. CKB running and the green resistance has to be cleared. Coty has to break that blue resistance. It is very close now. Dash looking okay, but it still has to break that red top band. Okay, that red resistance at 27, 26. Polkadot off the purple support, as you can see, and it will get to that red top band, I believe. Gala is doing well. It has to break that golden top band. EOS has to, it saved the black support, but there is no real push to at least get to the highs of May. GRT, okay, it has to break that black top band, and we'll see. Hedera looking really good, and it is one of my best signals. And the breakout happened, and then we are at 26. I think ultimately the red and green, this is a dream scenario for Hedera holders at just under $2. It's at 26 cents. IOTA looking okay. It bounced off the golden support, but of course we need to see a big run towards 60, 65, 70, 75 cents, that black plus purple. CAS has to break the golden resistance, which is a bull flag. If it breaks out, you can buy CAS. Litecoin is getting closer, so it is forcing that blue resistance, that kind of medium-term resistance that needs to be broken. And MDT has to break the golden top band. NIA, right? NIA is looking good, and it has to break the blue top band right there. And PAL is it bounced off the black support, as you can see, but we need to see a push to that green top band as soon as possible. And we have Pepe looking okay because it has saved the golden support. And it is at the RSR, one of my favorites. is looking good because it's still inside the black uptrend. These resistance have been broken, and it is pushing. Over the weekend, it has been pushing. And Sandbox, it is looking also okay. Yeah, yeah. Internet is a little bit sloppy here. Yeah, it's off the blue support. Sorry, blue out of the blue, came back down. It is trying to run towards 80 cents. Now, Shiba has to break the black top band. SKL is looking good, but it has to break the black top band at around 28. Sui has to break the blue top band properly. Then this may open the way for $8 or so, because Sui's uptrend is pretty good. And Tau also looking okay off the purple support, but it still has to push all the way to 800 after breaking that golden line, if it can clear it. Theta looking good. It's off the blue broken support, that broken channel, but we need to see a run towards $2 at least. And Tia, Carpathia, or Celestia, the golden resistance has to be cleared. It is getting closer. So if it clears it, I think there's a great chance to get to that red top band. TrueCoin, okay. TRX, of course, looking one of the best. And Unicoin is pushing against that golden resistance one more time. It's just made a multi-month high. Now we have to break it to get to at least $20 around that green top band. And of course, if that green top band breaks, then Uniswap is going to be a rocket. Ondo has to break that blue top band. This is looking very good because the purple bull flag is broken. So now the blue top band may be broken too. And Ondo is one of the best. Of course, Stella is the best because of the green. And now the blue bull flag is broken too. Looking awesome. And I told you we may pull back all the way to 36, 37, and it is now running. And Pendle looking amazing, and it is still aiming for that golden top band. After bouncing off the red, look at that perfect golden top band, which is at $7 or $6.8. Looking good. All right, guys, take care, keep in touch.